Hello, and we got some crypto news for you this morning. On the Bitcoin ETF front, yes, BlackRock's application for Bitcoin ETF actually finally got a ticker. I believe the ticker is for the NASDAQ. So basically, BlackRock's proposed spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund now has an IBIT ticker, IBIT. And of course, it has an updated filing that includes new language about the fund's creation and redemption model. Let's not forget, BlackRock, NASDAQ, and the SEC met again yesterday to discuss this. And I think it's basically a done deal that it's going to get approved, especially since BlackRock did bend the knee to the SEC and agreed to the cash redemption model rather than the in-kind redemption model. Once again, the difference is that the cash redemption model, people give BlackRock cash and they buy Bitcoin with the cash. The in-kind is people give BlackRock some assets and then BlackRock issues them a share of the Bitcoin ETF. So the cash redemption model might actually result in more buys. BlackRock is still working on the in-kind redemption model, but for now, it will be the cash redemption model. And of course, they amended the S1 filing on Monday. And of course, this is very good because the deadline is coming up in early January, January 9th, 10th, early mid-January. And this almost guarantees that we're going to get it a pass. Some people are still being very careful, but others are saying it's a done deal. And BlackRock has gone cash only in terms of the redemption model. Eric Balchunas actually wrote that on Twitter. That's basically a wrap. Debate over. In-kind will have to wait. It's all about getting ducks in a row before holidays. Good sign. And obviously, very, very good sign for us. Some people are saying that, the ETF approval will be a high. I don't actually think so. You can't front run all of it. They might be seeding their funds, but there's still a lot of Bitcoin that will have to be bought as soon as people actually start giving their cash to BlackRock for them to actually buy the Bitcoins. So that's an extremely optimistic kind of like view coming into the ETF. But I do think most of that will be fulfilled as they will actually have to buy Bitcoin to satisfy the ETF. And of course, other ETFs like the ARK21 shares and Wisdom Tree also amended the S1 filings. But the fact that they finally got a ticker is a pretty big deal, which means they're basically getting ready to list it on NASDAQ. And that is a breakthrough for us. And I think it went up from 90% to 99% that it will actually be accepted. So most US voters actually do think that presidential candidates should have an informed view on crypto. But this is a grayscale poll. Obviously, people that go to grayscale are all going to be more or less pro-crypto, so it's kind of a biased poll, but at least there's some numbers. And in a more general poll, people did think that presidents should be caught up on technology, which does not include Biden or Trump. You're going to need someone much younger. I don't know if any of the candidates are really caught up on technology. Maybe RFK, but maybe not even him. You need someone from the tech sector itself that would actually be knowledgeable on crypto. And of course, they're saying crypto is relevant to Americans in this poll. But of course, once again, it is grayscale. For the general public, though, people do want someone in office who is at least knowledgeable on technological issues. And that does not include 270 or 80-year-old people who have no idea what's going on in the world of tech. So there is a disconnect coming. I think we should actually nominate someone that's younger, that's very, very knowledgeable in technology, because this technology is going to drive the wave of the future, not political play. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind for the future, that people want someone that's technically knowledgeable about, Bitcoin, blockchain, and other technological issues like AI. I doubt neither Biden or Trump has any idea what any of this stuff is. Probably not too much better than Warren Buffett on this stuff. So definitely not something that we're actually looking towards. And in other news, Solana has leapfrogged XRP in terms of market cap. It's ahead of XRP by over $1 billion now, going up 8.38%. However, there is a bright spot for XRP as Ripple has actually gained a license in Ireland. Now, they basically have a crypto license in Ireland, and that will help expand Ripple's business, of course, but I don't think people thought much of it. I still think, like, overall, XRPs might not be like a bad investment, but overall, like, the moves that they've been making, people don't really seem to care too much about. And once again, I don't think their use case will ever really transfer to value for the investor. And some people are actually waking up. The registration they secured was a VASP registration approval in Ireland, allowing the company to offer certain crypto services via its local subsidiary. So, enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions company Ripple has secured a landmark registration in Ireland, allowing the firm to spread its tentacles in the EU. So you do have to get registration in a lot of the EU countries, not just the EU overall. They have a office in Dublin, and the Irish subsidiary called Ripple Markets Ireland Limited and applied for a license to expand its European operations. How much this has to do with XRP for right now, I'm not sure. It could just be like some of the liquidity hub, which would actually be very, very helpful in the future. And of course, this helps with the rest of the EU. So maybe it'll take it back soon. But it seems like with Bitcoin, in terms of Bitcoin moves, Solana, Cardano, and others move a lot more along with Bitcoin than XRP does. Maybe it'll have a late pump in a few days, but it seems like XRP is more stable than the others, and it hasn't really moved up with all the others. Like Near has moved up 20% again. It was at 2.67 yesterday. Now it's at 2.90. VET has hit 3.53. It was at 3.6 a little bit earlier. It's dropped a little bit as Bitcoin has dropped. So there's a lot of movement in crypto, but we have a new number 4 coin in Solana right now. How long it holds, I'm not really sure. But Ripple is making inroads on their registrations, and maybe it'll have more inroads in the future. Mcoin Mania has actually helped Solana, come up, as Cardano and Solana have both benefited a lot from both Bonk and SNEC. Obviously, there's Myro on Solana now, and that's actually helping Solana continuing the pump. A lot of the extra liquidity, a lot of the extra investment is coming from these meme coins. So I'm not really sure if that's going to be a long-lasting thing or not, but from what I've seen, there's a good chance it actually is a long-lasting type of thing, because as soon as Bonk kind of loses some popularity, you have Myro and others waiting to take up the bill. And these meme coins are getting a lot of people into the Solana ecosystem, and they may stay in the Solana ecosystem because they're used to the DEX after the Mcoin Mania is out. So, I mean, it's not all bad. It actually does get these people acquainted with the Solana ecosystem. And if they're acquainted with the Solana ecosystem, when there's real projects, I think they are going to be more likely to stay in that specific ecosystem. So the thing is, it's not all bad. I do think these meme coins do play a role in getting people into the ecosystem. And I think if you want your ecosystem to get onboard new users, it's important to have a couple of these semi-popular coins. In other words, the Solana saga gets the unanimous title of the worst phone of 2023. And it did not impress the tech crowd. Obviously, most people bought it because they wanted the bonk on the phone, but that does not say much for the phone itself. So Marquise Brownlee, a prominent figure in the tech review space, didn't mince words when evaluating the saga. In his video, Smartphone Awards 2023 on Tuesday, December 19th, the influencer named the saga the bust of the year. And he said the device that fell short on multiple fronts. It lacked compelling features that would justify the price point. And he said there is actually no price I would recommend anyone buys this phone. But of course, the bonk included with the phone changes that. I don't know why people were buying it for $5,000. It doesn't actually make any sense. And obviously, they make a point that bonk did actually save the Saga's sales because no one was buying it before bonk. So essentially, he described the Saga's camera performance as mediocre. Another issue with was the Saga's pricing. Launched at $1,000, the price was hard to justify due to its lack of unique features. And the phone's hardware was not groundbreaking or superior to its contemporaries. So the comprehensive review did not paint the phone in a good light, but people just bought it for the bonk, so the Saga sold pretty well. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.